And do any of y'all have any suggestions of any markets y'all want to look at?
Well, it's
Or y'all just want to just freestyle it, so to speak?
You looked at Euro USD already? I just started looking at it, but the currency thing said that was.
Oh, okay. All right. So I don't have the currency meter up, but let's do this. I'm going to start from Aussie and work my way down. First thing I like to do, of course, I know it's 3 o'clock in the morning, but y'all to be surprised. Let's see what's going on with the forum. And that's why the Aussie was moving. So the Aussie has some kind of news. Wait, can y'all see my screen? Everybody can see my screen?
yes.
Got the Forex? Okay. So 12:30, the Aussie had some push, and that's why it actually did its thing earlier. Here come the London opening right here, which is 3. But if you look, they had already started pushing. So they set them up early. We know that they what? Trapped them. Trapped them in. Brought them down. Now they're going to push away from the zone. So that's got that push there. But if y'all notice, at 4:30, this British, they're going to have something. We don't know how heavy the push is, but it's something to look at. So if we did see some kind of opportunity on the British, we got to be mindful of that 4:30 news when we get to it. But other than that, look like clear skies, smooth ride. It might be a little turbulence, but it's 3 o'clock. Well, it's 3 o'clock Eastern, so we're in good time. So we can look at the charts. No need to worry about any spikes or anything like that right now. Only that 4:30, we got to be mindful of that 4:30. If we up around that time, if we didn't get us a trade and been done with our work by that time, 4:30, we got to be mindful of British. All right, everybody with me?
Okay.
Okay. All right, so look, Aussie is first. First thing we want to do is let's check out the energy, the overall energy of this particular market. So I'm going to the day. Move this out of the way. My apologies. All right. So like I said, the Aussie had that news at the 12:30. So they already was setting people up. But if y'all can see already that this was a nice, strong down movement, I could simply get a little trend line, and you know, if I needed to visualize it, you can actually see it going down. And then really it'll be something like this. Well, really it'll be something like this. And even this, even though it looked like it broke, you can see where they trapped these people, brought them in, pushed them down. So you know they had to push away from that zone. So we talking about a strong down from them, right? And then yesterday, if you look, which was the 30th, you see this nice heavy hit from the bears. Y'all see that? So already my thoughts is down. The energy is down. But we also can notice that it already met a place of, well, it's coming to a place of resistance, which would be here. Now see that?
Yeah.
See how you see? So look, if that's the case, just off of common, not even common sense, just off of simple visual look at it. Let me put a day. This will be the daily. If this is a support and it's already here, let's blow that up for those who can see it. Alright, so there's no need to go back there. This line right here is that support that's all the way to the left. You know, we always look to the left. if it's already giving us a signal from this heavy hit of going down, then we know that the energy is going down. Where would it go down to? 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to come down to this support. Which, if we was looking at it, this is the daily. We got about maybe a good 23 more pips or less. Because remember, we don't live in a perfect world. Of room that it'll probably make its way down before it finds some kind of support. You know, get into a consolidation mode and stuff like that, and then you got to see. So if that's the case, we should go down to our lower time frame, right, and see where would the bulls be selling at. Y'all with me so far? Basic stuff now. Basic stuff. We're not gonna do nothing. Nothing out of the ordinary. So I'm on the 4 hour. You guys see that? The next thing I did was I looked for a level of where the market would come up to fail. Y'all have to excuse the markings already, but I'm gonna go through the markings because I just left them up there. So the market comes down. I look for a place where the market will fail, where the bulls will fail at. Already, I see that I have this support, resistance. 9 times out of 10, this little area turned into resistance also. This little area. So I'll mark it off with the 4 hour, as you can see right there. Another thing is, first let me get this out of the way, and then let me get this out of the way, so I could go backwards with it. So I already have that already. Right. The second thing is we actually have a rest here, which would be a test to the bulls. They failed to make highs. The bears went down, looked for more liquidity or any kind of support. So this is actually a trend in the lower time frame. If we was to pull our fib, we would start from where the trend actually dropped. So I would start it from here. Pull the fib to the next break where they start going up, and I will pull it to the side. And like I say, and this is just our preference. As you can see, it's got different levels on the field, but I personally like to only deal with the 0.50. Did I just move that? Wait a minute. Should be right there. From point to point. And I only deal with the 610 and the 5.0, 50%, as a high possibility or probability trade if the bulls did fail in that area. Also, I also mark off the 786. The reason is because if the market did make it up that far and actually failed, that's like the highest and most strongest signal that the market is going to drop. Alright, I take my fib away, and we don't want too much clutter going on. And now you starting to really shape up your playing field. If you notice, the market did go up past the 510 area, but look where it came up to the 786. Wait, let me mark that as 786 too, so y'all can see that. Alright, let's just move it down a little bit. So let's kind of color. So you got the 4 hour and the 786 basically together, and you notice that it did fail. Look where the market going. This would have been a perfect trade around about 1 o'clock. But if y'all listened, if y'all heard what I said, they was already setting them up at 12:30 with the news. So if y'all would have looked at the Forex around that time, you actually could have been up a little earlier and caught this move right here because they was already setting them up. But this is a strong hit, so they probably gonna most likely keep going down. They finding a little support right here. You can see the fight going on, but they strong and they look like they might push them down. So we might have some opportunity to go down. Y'all see that? I don't want to go too fast. Let me know if I'm going too fast. I will take the silences as a yes, as a no.
Oh, yeah, so far so good.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so, oh, somebody was gonna say something?
I just said I don't think it's a problem.
Yeah, everybody cool, right? Everybody, I'm not going too fast.
A real quick question.
Yes.
You said you need to move back up there. Are we looking down to the next support area to see?
Well, okay, so now look. Okay, so remember this. Don't forget. Remember, we have a macro thing going, which would mean the big overall picture, and then you have a micro thing going on, which would be smaller parts or components inside of the big machine, right? The big machine is, remember, that's why we label our stuff. Remember the daily line?
Right.
Remember the energy is pushing down. 9 times out of 10, it is going to give us our 20 pips going down. Or at least, it's going to get close down to this level because they're going to want to come down to this level. But in a micro or a small component type thing inside of the machine, look at what's going on right now. It's finding a little trouble, not much right here because it did catch a little support. So that means on a lower time frame, we should be able to see the fight a little bit more. You understand? We should be able to see why is kind of backing up right here and if the bull is really going to push it back up. If they start pushing it up, then look what's going on. Wouldn't that be a sideways market? 9 times out of 10, the market will come back up here and try to make a high. It'll probably fail and then come down, but you're in this sideways market. And even in that sideways market, if it did that, look how much room you have from bottom to top. You got 13 pips. You see what I'm saying? If they wanted to clam it up and go sideways, then you got this much room, which is not a lot of room, to be honest with you. So we talking about quick scalps for that. I honestly rather them. Well, they failed so miserably. To be honest with you, the Bulls failed. They failed miserably, and you see the Bears stepping in heavy. So I'd rather it make its way down for this 20, 23, 25 pips that it's doing. That way, if I wanted to catch this about 15 pips, I probably won't have no problem. So let's do this. Let's go down to a lower time frame, Rosemary, and see what's going on here. And as you can see, the Bears actually starting to take over. Remember, it was a little wick right here. They started to take that over. But let's see what's going on the 1 hour. Because remember, as you go lower and lower in your universe or your time frame, you actually see the fight of what's really going on. Right? So look what's going on. Heavy hit. We actually got confirmation that they're going down. Quick question, y'all. How many of y'all got that app? How many of y'all put the app on your mobile phone?
Yeah, Japan, Texas.
Yeah.
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 Have y'all been using it? And what do you think?
Great app.
I think it's what do you guys think? I think it's actually a really, really good tool. I got like 37 grand on mine. So I'm just letting you know how much I play with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it actually, let's put it like this. If you look at how we describe the candlesticks and entries and stuff like that, it's actually the same thing. But what happens is we took away all of the names because the jargon or the lingo actually would confuse you. Y'all know that when y'all see something like this, somebody trapped. Now, whatever you want to call it, spinning top, doji, there's so many names, hammers, shooting stars, whatever it is, you know the reason why it's doing it, and that's why we didn't say the names at first. But now, if you look at this, it's actually a good trade, y'all. I should have told y'all. I'm talking. It's gonna turn out to be a good trade. Let's wait for this 15 minutes to finish. So I got a little time. What I'm looking for is, it's actually confirmed, but I'm looking for more of a confirmation. Maybe get us another bearish move right here to say that they really want to go down, and then we could probably take it down. Like I say, we got this much room till we get to the daily support. We can take it down to here. We can look for a contract in between. You know, it could be in the money. I wouldn't advise it too much because I just don't like the price. It could be at the money, 50-50. But I'm telling y'all, firsthand, me and my dad, we came to the conclusion that dealing with Nadex, we only doing out of the money. We only paying $30, at the most $35. We're not paying anymore. So it's totally up to you guys if y'all take the trades or whatever, what y'all want to do. But when it's time to get in, I would definitely let you know what we're looking for. Like I said, we're looking for a nice red hit. Cause think about it, that'll be 15 minutes that the bears will be holding these sales. What do we know from our lessons? If we blew this up a little bit, is the bears holding their sales? But that's a nice close from that last candle. Can y'all agree? It's a real nice close. So now imagine getting another nice close. Nothing too heavy, because if it come down long, then you don't want to mess with it. But if it's nice, if it's like this, say if it end like this, even with a small little wick on the bottom, that's a nice close. That close, they holding these sales. If you think about it, you have a range, you have a break. Well, first you have a range, you have trap traders, you have a break of the range, right? You have this holding the sales. You might get a quick hit to get a test. We can run it down with them. All right, so we're looking for 12 minutes. We're looking for a nice close from the bears, just to confirm it. On a advance hit, we could have got in now if you wanted to, but let's be safe and wait for more confirmation. All right, so that's the Aussie. Any questions on the Aussie for right now? Since we got 12 minutes, I kind of want to go to another one. Any questions on that one?
I'm good on this.
Okay. And it's cool. I know y'all are, it's fading in and out.
No, it's good on my end.
Oh, okay. Alright, so the euro. Same deal, y'all. Same thing, it don't change. Each market you approach it the same way. Go see what's the energy of the market. Alright. Alright, so look. This was a range. We finally getting, for the couple of days that has passed, finally getting a heavy push out of that range. Y'all see that? Heavy push, holding sales, actually come back to test and push down even further. Bulls get a chance, they can't do it, push down even further. So it's heavy. You know, it's heavy right here. They're pushing down heavy. The energy is down. Right? It is down. For a long-term move, I could tell you that the market will probably come back up to test this support area or even this range area, and you could ride it down. we talk about a good 100, 200 pips maybe. Let's see right here. If it made it up to here, that would be crazy, but let's see. So even if it stopped right there to make a change back up, that's 128 pips just from right there to the support. But that's long term though. That's long term. For now, we know that the energy is down. They could be getting ready for a pullback. We don't know. We got to go lower in the time frames to actually see what's going on. So let's go to the 4 hour. Alright, and what I did was I noticed right here the bulls came in pretty strong. You got to think this is a 4 hour chart, right? 240 minutes, 4 hour chart. For 4 hours they pushed up right here. They stopped it from making a low, right? Another 4 hours they pushed up. They actually passed it, this support that they made previously. So the bulls was coming in very hard. What I was looking for as it came down like that was to see how it's going to react in this area. And this is why I put this and this. What that mean? Trap traders? But question mark on the back though. What is it going to do? You know, I'm trying to see. So, you know, that's up for grabs right now. Of course, we could go down on a lower time frame to see even more. On what is it doing? Is the bears really pushing out of this zone? And as you can see, they kind of they sitting here right now. Right now, we don't have a trade. Can y'all agree? Can y'all see why I say that?
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah. We don't have a trade right here. So, and I'm gonna just go on, y'all. I know y'all on mute and stuff. It's early and stuff, so I'm gonna just go on. If y'all got a question, just y'all could stop me or whatever. This is the first test run, so we're gonna see how we gonna do it. Like I said, it came. Look how it came to try. It actually pushed off it, so we know that it's a bull's presence here. Wow, I didn't even know they do that around that time. Okay. This is real heavy actually, but notice how the bears conquered them again. But we can't call this a low because they not finished, and they got to confirm that, right? So we don't have a trade. We know that they hitting a support area right here, in all of this zoned out area, but especially in this little wick area. You can see the trouble that they having. So of course, our thoughts is either it's going to make a up, right? Bounce off of this area and give you one big old range type area where you could now bounce from the bottom. Because think about it, if it did turn up, you got 1, 2 hits to the bottom, which would confirm the bottom as a good support. You get this, and you already got 2 hits to the top. So you actually have a range that it might want to continue to make, which means that the market will make its way up here. If that's the case, you have, well, to the first level, you got 40 pips. Of course, you got this. You need to check it whenever, but long run, 40 pips. And if it want to make it to the top to try to knock out the top, at least attempt it, you got 72 pips to really mess with it. But again, it has to make up its mind right here. If they decided to come down, we still won't take it if they break out, because why? They could just be trapping traders. We ain't trying to get trapped like that. If they came down, we wanted them to see something like this. We'll see this. You want to see them hold the sales, right? Are they holding the sales? You want to see the bulls come in to try for the last, what we call the last hurrah. They fail miserably. Maybe give you some kind of W or something. I mean, I'm sorry, M right here. We could take it and ride them down. All right. Broke it, test it, then they move. But if they don't do that, then we ain't got no trade. Plain and simple. So right now, we kind of on the ups with them right now. All right. That is the euro. Right now, the Aussie is the one that's looking the best. Let's go back to the Aussie because we only had 12 minutes, 4 minutes. So that's actually not looking bad. We kind of don't want too much of a tail down there, but a nice close would be nice. And then I'll let you know what we need to look for from there. So since we got 4 minutes, let's go to the British. Euro right now is, we don't have a trade. No need to even really hold too much water on that right now. So British, go to the day, same thing. Alright, well, what's the first thing that I noticed? The elephant in the room. We got a nice range right here. Alright, we got trap traders. Alright, if they don't hold the sales out of this range, I want to tell you they probably gonna push it back up into it. You can already see they having some trouble already. Let's get this out of the way. Y'all see that? You see how we can start eliminating stuff right away early? You don't have to spend all day on the chart. You really don't. Go with what's the best. So let's go down to a lower time frame real quick. I mean, already, look at this. You know the bulls came. You know they really came because they pushed it up hard. The bears couldn't hold it. They really pushed them up to the top. Got one. You can consider this as a touch, but you definitely can consider this touch to make this a range for the top. 1, 2. Now you got a third hit. We have to see if they want to break it down. Yeah, the temporary energy is down because you see the MAs. It's 200 doing something a little different, but you see the MAs. But we always got to go back to the candlesticks and what are they doing, because they really the ones that's telling the story. This was yesterday, guys. We know the longer the wick of the red candle, they having some problems making lows. So going down is a problem for these people. We already know people don't already sold like this. They at somebody window right now. They at the window. So let's go down to a lower time frame real quick though. I believe I got about 2 minutes. 4 hours. Again, we can see the fight. This when they came down to make a low. Gave them one hit. How many people sold into that? Even made them believe it even more and pushed them up. Got them crying. Actually pushed them back into the support. This is why I got the 4 hour thing here. The 4 hour level right here. Right? And if you notice, support is turning into resistance. Cool. But again, they look like they're having some trouble making lows. So I could already tell you that that's up for L2, because look what it's doing. Sideways motion. So sideways motion means we need to sit back. Kind of let it do its thing. Not much of a trade here. They don't know if they want to go up, go down. This would be good if it closed above. Maybe you could get it to this point. Even then, Aussie still looking the best. Okay. Let's go back to Aussie real quick. We're about to start a new one in 30 seconds. And that is a good close. So, Dad, are you up and running?
I'm up and running. I'm in the trade.
Oh, you in it already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got in it.
Okay. How's it doing? What are you? What level? I would have put it up. I was gonna put it up for a minute.
Well, let's see.
Well, you in it. You in it. You in it.
180.
You 7. Okay, but you in it. But let me go down. We on the 15, y'all. I got pretty good confirmation that they want to go down from this. So now I will go to the 5 minutes. Let's do this for the people that's not in it. Go to the 5 minutes. And 9 times out of 10, what I always say, Rosemary, if it's too low, it's too low, right? But we know they want to go down, so we wait for a pullback, some kind of a discount. So what would they probably discount? Support, probably turn into resistance. This would be a good spot for them to discount at, or pull back, rather. Confluence. You want to build some confluence on that. You see this break. They failed to make highs. They pushed it down, so we grab our fib. I went over to the left and grabbed my fib. Fib retracement. Put it from swing high. I don't even have an anchor down here. And when I mean the anchor, the reason why I say that is, I wouldn't pull a fib on this one, is because me personally, I like to wait for another green candle. It need to be 2 hits from the green candle. So since it didn't give me 2 hits on the green candle, and it's giving me this engulfing candle, this is actually our entry right here. This is why it's going down. So anybody who want to get in right now, this would be a good time. This would be a good spot right here, which would be 0.7521. Anywhere around that number would be a good time to get in. I would say give yourself to 5 o'clock. Vernon, you know I was saying settlement is an illusion, so that means that you got to sit down. You need to monitor it. Right? The thing is, it is going to pull back. That don't mean spaz out or nothing like that. You know, it will check for bulls after a while, but we hoping for a real clean, quick drop. Just drop. And once they drop out of the zone, and if they come back, you know, we'll have profit in there. Whatnot. If we was doing the other, thing with stop loss and everything, stop loss need to be at something like 0.7528, which is entry would be around this area. So we talk about a good 6 pips. So I would say about 10 pips away. Keep it tight because you want to do money management. If it don't work out, at least you 10 pips and you didn't lose that much. 10 pips is actually that next level, which is really good. 10 pips, you at least want to go 20. Is that not where our stop loss, our daily thing is?
Right.
Confluence. If I can find it. There you go, right there. So let's see. Say entry right here, 20 pips. That's about right, ain't it? It's 19.5. So we got Confluence saying that this trade could work out very, very well. Now, beyond that, I'm not magical. These guys can do anything they want to do. But from that point right there, I'm confident in my analysis that, hey, whatever happened, happened. Because now we did money management. You know, I know my dad got a good out of the money trade.
Yeah.
Right?
69 on that one.
How much?
69.
Okay, cool. I know on stop loss that the stop loss would be fairly tight. So that means if it did take some heat and they knocked me out, it didn't knock me out for a lot of money, but I was going for a good rate, a good return on it, if it works out and whatnot. And so there's nothing else really you could do. You sit there and you watch, you monitor it, and now it's on you. Don't let your emotions play too much on you. You're gonna see some things that's gonna make you look, but you need to be really smart about what's going on with it. And you just go from there. Any questions so far?
On something I wanted to say to just an add-on to the charts. When people are on TradeView, everybody knows how to mark the markets that you're looking at. I know for me, I have like 20 different markets down there. Like if you're looking at 3 or 4 of them, you want to be able to find them fairly fast. So on the very left is a little red thing. If you click that, it'll mark the ones that you're actually analyzing, so you can find it real quick. Kind of a neat little tool on there.
What is it?
Yeah, when you look to the markets that you actually analyze, if you highlight any one of them, you'll see just to the left of it a little gray shadow.
Oh, yeah.
If you click that, it'll turn red, and then you can spot the ones you're actually looking at. You might have 20, I don't know how many they have, but you can have 20, 30 markets.
Oh, you flag it. You flag it like this. You flag it. Oh, okay, I know what you mean.
I see it. I see it.
Yeah, the left. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, no, that's cool. It is actually cool. It lets you know which one you need to go back to.
Right.
Hold on, y'all. I need some water. Before I go, Dad, what's the time that you put on that? I didn't know you had got in. So.
Yeah, I went tight on this one. It's still got an hour on it.
Yeah, you went to about 4 o'clock?
I went to...
I'm sorry, 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay, you gave yourself some time. All right. Yeah, that's good. That's tight. Okay, and then what year?
The mark is at 7518.
Okay.
7518. 18 down here.
Right.
That's pretty good. That's not a problem.
For $69.
That's not a problem.
Per 10 contract.
Yeah. That's cool. That's not a problem.
Yeah, I see it.
That's that pullback. So what we need is the bears to. The bulls to really, really fail. They give us a really good fail. It's gonna give us a really good push in our time. That's really the whole reason for giving yourself some time.
Right.
And then the same, I did the 5 o'clock, it was at 7514.
7514.
Ooh.
Ooh. How much you pay? How
That's
much you?
that might be good too. That's a nice one.
Yeah, that's a nice. How much you pay for that?
What does that pay?
Oh, sorry, it was 80.
Good.
80, 82 or 83, something like that.
That's very good.
Yeah, like 81, 82.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, it's going back up a little bit instead of checking for the bears.
Well, yeah, they gonna check for the boys. They definitely gonna check for the boys. But with this break, with them holding this, we on the 5 minutes. With them holding this, Holding it again. They tried it. They hold it. Actually brought them down even lower. Right here, we get a major fail. Again, you know, like I say, confluence. You know, this was a move down after that break. You do this. Oh, sorry, not that one. I'm sorry. You grab the fib. You do this. You pull it from the swing low to the swing high. You can kind of say this is an anchor. It is kind of give you a nice green push. 5, 6, 0, and the 6, 1, 0 would be right there. Let's actually make that different color so we can see it. Right. And then just in case it did want to come up there to the 786. And then if that's the case, I'm hoping that we gave ourselves enough time. That would be the only thing about that with a decay. Nadex. Alright, let's get rid of this. Again, I would have liked for all of us actually to actually wait for the pullback. We know that, right?
Yeah.
And that's cool. That's cool. It's okay. The early move wasn't bad. It just, I'm finding out that I like to really see the opposition really try.
Die out.
Right. I like to see them die out. You see what I'm saying? That's the whole point of having them trapped. Like for example, if it work out like I think it's gonna work out, think about it. This is the fib. This is the support. That's already confluence right there. Then they need to make it really convincing that to make people stop thinking about sales, at least temporarily, and make them change their mind to buys. That's starting to be a little convincing right there. Right? I would know if they don't get no bullish confirmation to go up, then they probably ain't gonna go up no more. If they get a red hit right here, then eventually we is gonna drop some more down. For sure. Alright. They had a test area because why? Remember, the MAs ain't nothing but a twisted sister or cousin of the trend line or a support or resistance. It ain't nothing but a floating support or resistance. So look what it's doing. It's testing it right now as a resistance. See that?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty. So the pullback is cool. You actually want to see the pullback. That's, you know, remember this. I know it's crazy because when I first was hearing it, I was like, what? That's crazy. But you almost got to be uncomfortable when you take the trade. And the major way to be uncomfortable is if we was going down is to sell into the buys. Because that's what the big people do. They don't buy with the buyers. They actually sell against the buyers. They that confident. You see? So if you that confident and say, well, I know where it's going. I see where it's going. Oh, I think I am doing a check. Oh, yeah, I am. That's why I keep doing that. Okay. I hope my computer don't blink out or nothing like that. But y'all understand what I'm saying? You gotta. It's uncomfortable when you see this big old green candle. You say I'm about to push the sell button, but really that's actually the right move, considering that you did your due diligence when you did your analytical, your analytical diggings and stuff like that. So, like I say, with everything that we see, this trade really should work out in our favor, or at least get us to the point. If it's a time decay thing, I mean, we got a lot of time, a whole nother hour. If it's a time decay thing that we can say, okay, well, we might need to break even on this, or we might need to do this or that or whatever. All right, now that makes sense. It's supposed to be calm, y'all.
Yeah.
We ain't supposed to be shaking. We ain't supposed to be, oh man, what's happening, this and that. And it get to the point where you say, you know what, I'm in it. Man, I'm in it. you know, hey, it is what it is. I actually feel better just to be in it.
Okay. Put on the negative 5 a.m. Which one did you have to hit for the price?
For who? Which one? Vernon or well, brother Carl got 7518, and brother Vernon got 7514. He just went a little bit more lower.
It'll kill both of them. I mean, yeah.
Now, what two things which
Oh, which I'm not sure if well I don't know. They would have to tell you.
I just need it on the other platform.
Oh, on the other platform? Oh, see. Oh, okay, on the other platform. What you would have to see on the other platform is what it's going to do is going to say, okay, you're going to enter here at a point, and then you got to see where you're going to put your stop loss.
Yeah, I already put it in.
You already put it in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I looked at Nadex. I never did see I didn't see the numbers that you all were talking.
Oh, okay. Oh, you didn't see their numbers. Oh, I'm not sure. Cause I can't even see it. Kind of like you, like I can't see it. So 5 o'clock Aussie USD.
She didn't see the contract level?
Yeah, she didn't see the she didn't see the contract. I guess she looking on Nadex and she don't see the contracts that y'all have.
3 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. Yeah.
Okay, let me take a look at that again.
Well, y'all live?
Yeah, we live.
Okay, Rosemary, you might be looking at the demo. That's why.
And the demo's gonna be off a few pips, but it'll say
Oh, you looking at the live too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why it's not.
Oh, that's okay. I'm cool. I've come and you see what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah. Might have to give me a little coffee. Coffee blind. So look how the candle is coming back to check that what we call a floating resistance. And notice how damn near perfectly. Like I said, I don't know exactly what they want to do, because you know that's this day world. Remember, we were Moors, so we just trying to get in what we fit in. But look how perfectly it comes right up to the MA. That's why I keep telling y'all all this is designed. Look at that rejection, and the candle not over. Always be mindful of your time, always, especially when you're dealing with Nadex. But even on stop losses and stuff, always be mindful of your time of the candle. We on a 5 minute. I know I got 1 minute 40, 30 minutes or 40 seconds left to this life of this candle. But the way how it looks now, if it was to close like this now, with the previous hit, which would be a huge engulfing, right? Because it engulfed that whole candle on both ends. And then now you're getting a rejection. We got to think that since they making this zone, what we always say, since they making this zone, and they got to push away, because if they got them trapped, they got to push away from this zone fast and hard. So hopefully it go down to the next level. Now, what we didn't do, and if I think that was a problem too. Not a problem, but we didn't have no level that it might actually go down to, because this is what they would call new ground.
Right.
So when that's another thing, and I'm glad we got this in person now. When it's in new ground like this, and you really don't have no other like support that it would meet to, you really need to monitor it. Only because we got to remember, as the market goes down, it's giving lower prices, which lower prices will attract who? Buyers. Right. Remember, higher prices going to attract who? That's right. It's just like life. So as it get lower and lower, it's going to attract more and more buyers. This is where the volume will come in at for that. All right, and we're gonna have to go like through an extensive kind of training on volume, man, because I be seeing how people be using volume, and I'm not gonna say it's wrong. I'm noticing that it's really no right or no wrong way to trade, yo. It's really not. And people making money all kind of different ways. It's kind of crazy. But I do know this. It is more stronger ways to use these tools. Just like if anybody use RSI or stochastic or MACD, well, if you only using that to look at for what they say, oversold and overbought, right? Oversold and overbought, and you're only looking at it for that, then you actually gonna get tricked. For sure, you're gonna get tricked. If you're not doing what is called divergence. Right. If you're not doing divergence and really learning how divergence really work, then you actually going to get tricked with that, because they give a lot of false signals when they with the oversolds and overboughts. So that's what I'm saying. It's stronger ways to use these tools. It's not just about using them for the default that they give them to you for, because I think that's just a big old setup, me personally. So it's looking good so far. 3 minutes, that's a lot of time to that. But I like the failures to this resistance. I mean, and it's not even, it's not even
come up as high when it fails.
Yeah, it just continue to keep failing. Now, what I would like to see though, that would kind of make me happy, is that we can get a close under. Yeah, if we could get a low under, then we talking. Because look, even though this was engulfing, we really didn't get no confirmation. Y'all notice that? It engulfed, but you're gonna need a close for them to say, yeah, we going down, we pushing away, we out. So it's the bull's still in there. They just not very strong. You know it because we don't got no wicks fairly to the bottom. You got this, but and if we was doing volume, only time they had a chance, the next time they had a chance is right here, which would be this green candle. When the volume kicked up, that's really sellers saying they want to kick it down. That's where that volume came in. Because you would think that this volume would have gave it a full green body. Think about it. Look at this, full green body, but look at this volume, lower. So you would think with this volume, it's going to give me a bigger candle than this. It actually gave you a rejection. But they don't teach you that in school. They teach you that, oh, if the volume up, boy, that thing must be going up. You better ride with it. So, where did I put my
Over to the 15 for a minute.
Go to the 15.
Another look.
Yeah, another look. But my thing is, see, for me now, remember, y'all be as comfortable as y'all want. My dad like to go back and forth, and that's cool. That's cool. Me, when I'm in it, and I'm monitoring it, I really need to see the fight. This is where I'm mostly concentrating on this. Case in point, look at this volume coming in. Remember when I say lower prices attract who? Buyers.
The buyers coming in, yeah.
They just attracted. They're just starting to get attracted. They're not really in it. Well, you see what I'm saying? We don't know. It's attracting them. So you gotta kind of that's why I like to stay on this. So we need a good close under this level so they can push down to the next level. Eat up this contract, deal with this up in here, and then hopefully we can try to eat up Vernon contract. But by the time it make it down here, Vernon, you need to start looking at your
this profit wherever it is.
Yeah,
monitor it.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Start looking at your
profit.
profit.
Do you use volume, Vernon?
No, I was, it's funny, I was just about to ask you what volume you're using now, so I can indicator.
That's just regular volume. If you go up to
It's showing it don't like that.
Indicator? Yeah. No. Yeah. If you go to indicator, you just put volume. Get that regular volume right down, put it up, and then you got to customize it, how you want to. But again, you do your studies on it, you'll see that they're going to tell you the textbook, the broken down textbook way of doing stuff. And then we're going to get more into it because, like I said, KTG do things a little differently. Plain and simple. And y'all, you just whatever you do out there in the world, just know that you are part of something that taught you to do something different than what the 90% doing. And keep that in mind.
Candle, the way you read the candle today, kind of learned a couple of things just looking at the candle.
Yeah.
I'm studying a Japanese candlestick too on the app.
Yeah. Is the app kind of helping you?
Well, I kind of was in and out on it. I went through a couple of the beginning, like they had the T that shape of through all the other ones and it was kind of I was in and out, but I gotta go really into it.
Okay. So you didn't get to the simulation part, huh?
No, I didn't get to that. When you were saying something, I was
That's the heavy. That's what makes it.
How can I gotta figure out how can I display that? Maybe this Friday, because remember we're gonna try to have the that's a heavy hit right there. We're gonna try to have the but there's still a lot of time to that to that candle. We're going to have ask KTG. So I'm gonna try to figure out how we could I could show. We'll go through a little run through on the on the actual app, because the simulation is really what I want y'all to play with.
Have you checked to see if it is only on a phone?
Yeah, it's a mobile app. That one is a mobile app.
Okay, there's no way to put it on. Okay.
Yeah, some mobile app.
Well, yeah, the tablet. You should be on a tablet.
Oh, and it'd definitely be on the tablet too. Well, because that'd be mobile too. It won't be on a computer though.
Let's see it. I'm trying to see here how I can do that, because I can project my tablet to my.
I was gonna say you might be able to display. Good. Use a Mirrorcast or something like that.
Yeah. But not only that though, if he's on his tablet,
you can show the tablet.
He can show the tablet on Skype.
That's right.
Right. So maybe we'll do that. Do it like that and kind of, and then we'll show each other, because I actually want y'all to play with that. I thought it was a really, really good app. Really, really good app. It's a really good thing with that. He's a young cat doing this too, and it's free. It's going to help you more with. I want y'all to more look at it because y'all can't get levels on there. You can only eye the levels, but you won't be able to put lines on there. So I more want you to study the entry parts of it. That's what he's more concerned of. That's why he called it JCP, Japanese Candlestick Patterns. He's not concerned about nothing else. Of course, he knows other things involved with it. Come down some. I don't like that wick at all, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's the volume's high on my level too.
We'll see.
And they see.
Uh-huh.
Brother, they see.
Yes.
Hey, if you want to, one day I could share. I have what's his name? Steve Nissan's advanced candlesticks, and he talks about like for Forex. There's certain things that's really good to Forex. So maybe one day we can share it, or we can share it, and then you can see what you want, if it's something you want to use. Okay.
Oh, it's cool. Well, we'll look at it. I don't mind because your studies have to go further than their studies have to go further than just the basic training class. The basic training class is to get you where y'all at right now. It's nothing more advanced that is going to show you other than you always looking at it and seeing something different every time. Because even when I look at it, like every time we get somebody and somebody purchase it or whatever and they get it, I always look at it because I'm always describing it to the person or whatever because they calling me, y'all know how it is when y'all first got it and y'all call, okay, let's go over this video. So I'm always going over videos. But when I go over it, I always see something different. That's just the human in us. Really we supposed to, because now we wide open for learning. So I'm always looking to say, wow, okay, damn, I did forget about that. And okay, oh wow, yeah, yeah, this and that. So you're not gonna learn nothing advanced more with the basic training, but it's gonna keep you up with the basics. Notice how I always what I always say, the basics is gonna get you through. The basics is going to have the trading at a calm pace where you're not shaking and your blood pressure up. Even when you lose. Y'all understand that? Even when you lose or so-called lose, because every loss ain't a loss. If you learn from it, it's all good. Maybe you had to pay for that particular loss. But even when you lose, it's still like, oh well, I get you next time. You won't defeat me. So I really want y'all to pick up on y'all studies on your own now. Remember, this is about self-preservation, so on your own, and bring it to the group so we can hold it up to the fire. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say too. The key is that management of your trade, money management. In the money, out the money, out of the money, and manage your trade so nothing is going to be 100%. Nothing is going to work every last time. And with the hedge funds, what they do is, the thing to do is to make more than you lose. The net is a profit. So it's going to be, if you see something and you do everything right and it didn't work, the next time you see it doesn't mean don't take that trade. It didn't work that time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Brother Turmeric, while we're watching this, did you do a markup on URA?
On what?
Euro AUD.
Which one?
Euro AUD.
Euro AUD. No, I got it somewhere. Euro AUD. Maybe I don't have Euro AUD. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, let me add it, I guess.
Well, when I just didn't do it, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's moving.
Oh, that's what we need. Well, it's gonna break that first level. Like I say, Vernon, you definitely went far out, which is good. I like the $80, but for you need to really monitor it. I'm thinking y'all, let's probably, depending on how heavy they drop, like if they could drop like an anchor, cool. If not, around about 430, start looking at maybe taking profits.
Okay.
Euro AUD. Alright, real quick. What we do, we go to the day. Well, did you have any thought on that, Rosemary?
Well, I was had knocked it up for sale, but
Alright, so look. Already, right? What we got?
fine.
That's right. You know, this boom, it finally broke this high. Cool. It actually came down. If we was to draw a fib, what did I do? I'm sorry. I pressed my space bar. Sorry about that. If we was to put a fib, remember all universes so above, so below, you can do the same thing. You got a high to the low. If you pull it, look where it's at, the 786. My dad loves this. It's actually a really good trade right here. My dad loves this. It's probably going to come down to this next level down here. So, Rosemary, to answer your question, just on what I see for now, and y'all keep an eye on that trade, y'all. You know, as I talk. To answer your question, just from what I see on the macro scale, bears came in real heavy. I know they still up, but I think they're gonna come down and try to check this low. Fell real miserably, maybe at this end of this box, maybe even like this. Maybe. I can't really tell you for sure, but I do think they are gonna come down. Oh yeah. So look, probably gonna want to check that right there. I can see that. Look at that. That's a resistance.
That's a great level.
You see what I'm saying? And so I can see them wanting to check that first and coming down. If not, if they could break that, then I see them coming to the edge of that. You know, this range that they got going. And then they probably gonna continue to keep taking it up because a lot of energy going up.
Right. The dominant is up.
Yeah. So that's my thought on that right now. That's the daily. Let's go down to the 5. All right, so I mean the 5, the 4 hour. Do this. All right, so it kind of verify what we saying, Rosemary. If you look, you know, you got to do stuff like this. Let's not forget about the basics, right? I know on the videos I didn't talk about trend lines, trend lines like this. I know I did. This is where I say it comes to where your studies you have to now pick up y'all studies. We here to help, but yeah, but what I'm saying is don't be afraid. Y'all know that it's the 90% out there. And y'all also know that it's a whole bunch of BS education. Now, for me to say that at the same breath, still go out there and go look at that stuff. Because y'all should get to the point where y'all could dissect it and say, right off bat, that's BS. You'll pick up a book and leave, nope, not following that. That's crazy. Nope, and then you will find it. Trust me, you're supposed to be able to dissect that. You're supposed to be able to see somebody else trading and say, I know exactly what he did before he even talked. So pick up y'all studies. This trend line, it's not the best, but it's pretty much, it's not accurate, what I'm saying. But we got this thing where we say 1, 2 running through. You know, if you're going to do it, 1, it fairly hit it. I guess I could make them a little bit more accurate. 2, that's a good hit. I wouldn't do it this close because obviously it popped out more. So I do this, not a problem. And even if you did do this, that's cool too. Because if you did this, 1, 2, it actually touched it and faded out, went back in, and now it ultimately broke this. It is now on its downswing.
Right.
Just from our simple trend line tool. See? Without the trend line, we don't know if they going back up, because for a long time they was up, but when you do the trend line, it's like, I see, y'all finally broke it. So really, when it did this, it came back to check and didn't do this. Like, look, it broke. You get people to buy, sell into it. But what happened? They snapped them right back in. They trapped them, brought it back up for more pips. It broke it again. They tried it. They didn't get back in the area. Didn't even make a high, and it fell from there. Now we on a down.
Draw another trend line from the very bottom. You see the long trend from right
here.
Start. 1, 2 running through.
Yeah, you could do that too. Yeah, definitely. So look, definitely, good point too. If really good point, cause my dad like to do the graph and stuff too. So really good point. You don't have to. Don't ever limit yourself. You can have. The only reason on the videos I say keep your charts clean is because most of the people that look at the videos are brand new to trading. And you don't need to start off with a cluttered chart. You actually need to learn what they call a naked trading chart. Now that y'all past that, put as much stuff, because your eyes is conditioning to see what you need to see. But the more tools that you use, look at this. If you would have put this and we'd have ran that there, if we did get in, think about where your target would have been. Got in, you actually got confirmation here. They failed again. So let's do that. You say, okay, I enter up in here somewhere on a lower time frame. I know that my exit would be all the way to this line. Look what it gave it, 124 pips. You don't even have to play with it. Look what it did afterward. It bounced off of this trend line. Little stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? And now look what it's doing. It's not making a high. So if you did want to get in again, how much room you got? From somewhere up in here, back down to this trend line. Look how it's having the trouble again. This trend line ain't nothing but this support right now. It's just this twisted, wicked sister right now. Same thing like these MAs. It's just the MAs are crazy because they actually do some, you know, they really, it's like a traveling MA. It's like, you know, a moving, it's a moving support and resistance. So I don't know, did I answer your question, Rosemary?
Yeah.
Looking like it's going down. At the same time, you having some trouble right here at this resistance / trend line that you really don't have a trade right now. You need to see what it's going to do. If it's going to break, then they need to break strong. What's a strong break for us? A break, a test, then we could possibly get in on a move. Right? If they bounce back up, Rosemary, then we want to think that they might have some problems to deal with this stuff that's up here. You see them wicks? But even still, we on the 4 hour. So we talk about some pips on a lower time frame from here up here. That's 32 pips. I mean, that ain't bad. You know, if you had got some kind of signal that they not making no lows and they actually gonna push up, then 9 times out of 10, you know they're gonna try to knock out the highs. Got 34 pips to play with.
Well, I did.
Huh?
Wherever my reason on there, I ended up, I had gotten in there, but I thought it was just taking too long, and what I considered first to be just a good clean sale, but that's not. But it's back and forth, in and out of profit.
You short or long on it? I didn't hear that part.
I went short sale.
Oh, okay. Again, you see, and like I say, Rosemary, even if, like I say, a loss don't have to be a loss all the time. Even in life, it don't have to be a loss. It need to be a lesson all the damn time, but it don't have to be a total loss. And that's where the lesson come in at. So you learn about it. Look what just happened. Maybe you forgot about the trend line, and because I remember one time I seen you do some trend line. I said, oh, good, Rosemary is studying a little trend. Huh? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So now for thought, maybe you paying your tuition now. You say, you know what? That's right. Brother Carl did bring up a thing. Boom, boom, bam. Now it's at a resistance. At a support a trend line that's acting like a support. This is why we getting this maybe bullish kind of hit right now. And then again, let me go lower into it. I'm gonna go to the 15 just to see more of the fight. Right at that line. And this is how you analyze it, Rosemary. Even though it's it's in and out right now, you still go there and analyze it. Okay, this is the line. I see where it broke, but they snapped them back in. Bears came in very strong, straight. I mean, like ran to that zone. But yeah, you get some buyers. You get some.
That red, that wasn't a news candle, was it?
This one here, I know I got a lot of colors. This one here, the last candle from what it's making right now, which is 13 minutes left to this, which is brand new on the 15. This is a green candle now. But that's not a bad thing, actually. That's not a bad thing. What would be a bad thing is if it start making a high over this candle. But the fact that it's kind of hovering right here, with them trying to test the bulls, they're not really succeeding too much. I mean, you got a lot of time to this particular candle, so we just gotta see. 13 minutes to it. Y'all keeping an eye on that other stuff, right? I'm kind of leaving y'all to that.
Yeah, it's struggling, but it's the volume is we gotta watch it. We gotta keep watching.
Okay, let me see. Did it at least make it down to what was we on? It's still in the 18s.
Yeah.
Alright, that's not terrible. Because I mean, they, like I say, 30 more minutes left to it. Let's see. You got 15 minutes. Y'all kind of in it now. So,
yeah.
Let's see how this reaction to it. That's not very, very high volume that they got. Low prices, but like I said, it attracted those particular buyers. So now it's the time to see what they're gonna do. What we would like is another close under. Plain and simple,
On the 5, if you do a fib, that
I thought that was the 5.
Was right there at the 786.
I thought that was the 5. I actually thought that was the 5. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, so that even looked even more better to me.
Yeah.
Well, look. Okay, because I was finna say, we got confluence. First thing you look for before you pull any of this tool stuff, remember y'all learned on a naked trade, a naked chart, you have support that turned into what? Resistance. We got somewhat of a failure. I would have liked to see a little bit more volume.
Right.
Actually. So the bulls are not out of it.
If you pull a field, that's right at the 786 there.
You got this.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to pull it from this. Again, like I say, there's no right or no wrong. You just need to be precise on your stuff. It can either be this one, or I more so prefer this one because this is where this little small trend actually started. Because you get a push, but then they test it again, and then you finally get them to fail, and then they pushed again. So I would put my swing high right here, and then my swing low would be right here. And then so now, remember what I said. I do the same thing all day, every day. 618, 510. I color that. I got a lot of colors, but I'm gonna go ahead and make that I don't know. It's just grayed out for now. And then what I do, I mark off the 7168. Why do we do that? Because this is how we believe that 618 and 0.5 rejection is a high probability, but we think even more that when it makes it to the 786, because they convince these people to buy into it, that if it fails at the 786, that's a more high probability that you're going to get something like this, a push down, and that's what you want, right? So of course you would get rid of this because you got a lot of colors going on and whatnot, but you get rid of that. So all this is my 50 and my 6-1, right? It actually passed it. It failed it at the 786. We're getting us a real good reaction. So now what we hoping for now, Vern?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a train to get it down there.
Huh?
Get it down where Vernon is.
What happened?
I said I'm trying to get a train to pull it down to where Vernon is.
Yeah. Okay, what we
I just closed out.
you close it out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cause you had it at 80 or something. What you ended up with? If you ended up with 50%, that's good, Vern.
Well, let's see. I did a market order like to close out.
Right.
And how much did it give me? I can't even see here. I was in profit. It said $26, but then I don't know on the market order. I don't know if it went down a little bit.
And it went down a little bit more, so maybe about $30. Maybe. You want to say give and take?
Yeah.
All right. So look at it like this. How long you was in that trade?
That long. It was less than an hour.
And I want to say, was you in it for the hour? Because remember,
I wasn't in it for the hour. We was on the phone for about.
we on the phone for 1 hour and 33 minutes. If we look, whenever we look at this video, we'll look at when we actually entered. I don't know. I know my dad got in kind of fairly early. Earlier, you know. I want to say y'all been in it for about 45 minutes, right? Well, even if it was an hour, you getting paid like a doctor. Because if you made $30, I ain't mad at you. And if you had multiple contracts to it, let's just say you put 10 contracts to it, then that would have been $300 in an hour. I don't know about y'all, man, but I had to do a whole lot worse and a whole lot more for a whole lot less, boy.
Absolutely.
You know.
Oh, I waited a little bit.
Huh? Oh no, it's so. Listen. It's okay.
Yeah, you did good.
You did good, man.
Watching now.
You get paid for watching now. That's exactly right. Cause anything can happen. Remember, we analyzing it, and it sound like I'm a sorcerer. It really do. I sometimes listen to the video, and be like, "Oh, how did you know that? You scared me." No, it's not even about that. The market does what it's supposed to do. My dad always say this: the market it do what it's supposed to do, and that's the truth. Now, if it just so happened to spike on us, guess what, Vern? It did what it was supposed to do, dog. Because you don't have no control of it. That's the one thing we have to remember. It's not about controlling the market. It's about controlling your energy. That's too much energy that you got to deal with. You just need to just deal with your energy. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do in any field of your life, just worry about your energy. And when you master your energy, then everything else around you is like pettiness. It can't even penetrate like it. You know what I'm saying? Like they trying. The African proverbs say if there's no enemy inside, then the enemy without can do us no harm.
It's true.
Think about that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we gotta we gotta look at that stuff, man. So it all pertains to everything, especially this market. So you did good, brother. I don't care if it was $21, man. Go ask your homeboy who working at his 9 to 5 that got to go for the next 8 hours if he made $21 an hour. And again, when you get your confidence up and you said, you know what, I go, because look, you paid $20 for that contract, right? So if you got $21 or $22, you actually got what, over 100%? I'm sorry, you got over 100%. So now if you did multiple contracts and you say, you know what, I paid $20 for it, let me spend $100 on these contracts and get 5 of them. That's 5 times 21. You actually made, you see what I'm saying, $100 in an hour. I don't want to talk about nobody, but good thing I'm hypothetically speaking of people, but I'm saying he have to go to work in a couple of hours. Unfortunately, he should have came to KTG, but that's a whole different story. You know. But you feel what I'm saying though. You know what I'm saying? It's about controlling your destiny. That's all it's about, man. Nothing else. Oh, real good trade. We analyzed it to the T, right? We all agreed on it. You know, we looked at it. You know what? I'm gonna give you an A plus, Vernon, for getting that 80. The one, because you went far into it, and I would have.
I realized when I did that, so I think it's a little bit far.
Yeah, you gotta get your. It's okay. That part. You know what? It's a whole different game from analyzing and actually putting in the trade contracts, because them two different kind of thought process. It's the same game, because you have to put the contracts in order to make money. So you gotta, when you analyze, put the contracts in. But what I'm saying is, analyzing it is thinking of one thing, and then when you go to the contracts, you then have to think, okay, now I have to plot out where I want to be, how much time I have, is this too far, do I have enough room for this and that, what kind of contracts they giving me, because even though it's a perfect setup, the contracts might be messed up, which will mess up your whole day. Not your whole day, but I'm saying it'll mess up your whole thought on actually entering that trade. Because even though you got a good setup, if the contract is not right, y'all, man, don't take that trade, because they set you up.
Exactly.
You get, like I said, you living in a world of abundance. You know what I'm saying? So there's no need for you to worry. You can rest. It's gonna always be out there for you. Just know what you're looking for. We knew what we was looking for right then. At least I did. I hope y'all with me. I know y'all with me. I'm just playing. I'm also talking to the people on the video when they look at it, the family that come make it. But hey guys, on another note, you know, as we look at this, because my dad wait, first of all, Dad, did you exit the trade? Or are you still in it? Huh?
I'm still in.
Hey, man, okay. Alright. Just you know what to look for. You good. You good to go. On another note, man, I got some really, my dad and I, we went to Cleveland, handled a little stuff out there, met some good people out there, and we went to the Cleveland Museum of the Arts, and they had a really cool Kemet and African all over continent, the continent exhibit. And we got some good pictures, man, and met some good people. So we gonna share that with y'all, man, 'cause that was really cool. We had a really good time. That was cool, man. Like they had it was cool 'cause they had Akhenaten, right? Y'all would know him as King Tut father, right? They had his stuff out there, which is cool, and that's definitely a what they would call a dynasty of being black people. Actually, around that time is when they actually took it back from the around that time is when they took it back from the invaders and stuff like that. So they actually got their land back around that time, around the 18th dynasty time and stuff like that. So it's cool. We're gonna share that with y'all. It's real cool.
Yeah, I have quite a few pictures that I just need to put them on. They're still on my phone, so I gotta move them over, just share them with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Real cool, actually.
That'd be cool. I'd love to see that right there.
And oh man, yeah, it was cool. And met a brother that was a couple of brothers, but the one brother was his plan is to kind of do some damn, this has really turned out to be a real good trade, huh?
Yeah, he's going on tour.
He's working on putting on a tour himself, you know what I'm saying, to bring in more people to educate them. And what he was doing was kind of brushing up on his the skills on his friends and stuff like that. So when we put up on him, actually I got that on film too. When we came up to him, we greeted him in a comedic way, and it was cool because when we greeted, he greeted back so and so, and he was like, oh man, he was excited, like, man, I never heard nobody talk, nobody don't know nothing about that so and so. You got the other people looking, and notice when I say the other people, not our sisters or brother people. Actually, they was kind of looking at us strange too. But the other people was looking at us like, what are they talking about, so and so? And the brother was reading the Madu Necha right off of the walls and the so-called coffins and stuff like that. Yeah. And it was really cool. It was really cool, man. I mean, like, had people just sitting there like, are they literally reading that off of the walls and stuff? But like my dad keeps saying, it's funny how we look at the history and we learn stuff and we heard stuff before and we think that other people came up with these phrases and sayings and stuff, but have we not all heard that the writing is on the wall? Mm-hmm. And we got to figure out where did that come from? Well, our people knew that we was going to lose our thoughts and our minds and ourselves and everything. And what they decided to do was record how you was supposed to live and how you was supposed to be righteous and dietary plans and everything. And they put that up on the wall. And to this day, nobody could destroy them words. They left it up for us so that we can find ourselves again. We got to stop listening to those who, we definitely have to start listening to those who oppressed us before, even for those who don't think it's happening now. We could all agree that it happened before from these people, right? So we can't continue to keep listening to these people about who is bad and what is good and this and that, and they'll tell you that Africa is bad, y'all need to stay away from it. But every time we turn on the TV, they constantly going over there. It's not adding up. Why are they telling you to stay away, but they constantly go over there? So we got to stop listening to these people, right? Because we know what they did before. Vern, boy. I ain't gonna make no fun of you right now, though, but hey, you are gonna laugh at these days, because you gonna be making money, man, and it's gonna be like whatever. It is what it is. You be like, oh, look at that one, boy, it's dropping like an anchor. But it is definitely on your And then what you said you had? How much premium you had? Like $80 of profit in that, Vern?
Oh, you said $80 of profit?
Yeah, it was like no. I know you didn't pocket it, but you said it would have brought in about $80.
Yeah.
Yeah, you bought it for about $20, right? So
Yeah.
by the time it reached to your spot at 14, and you only got 10 more minutes left at that, they probably would have been giving you like $10 away from what you was asking for. Which was, if you was asking for $80, then your profit and loss would have been a green of $70 or $69. But again, and of course for you, I would have definitely told you do not stay in it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell my dad don't even stay in it. I hope he got out, cause that was the next level right there. I wouldn't stay in that. I don't even. I would not stay in it. That's that level. That's
Yeah,
low.
I just got out.
Okay.
Out
And
of the trade.
Yeah, I did. I
yeah.
got out. Rather than take a chance on it.
Well, and exit it because look, at the end of the trades, I don't know if y'all noticed, but boy, do it act funny. It's a reason for it. You know what I'm saying? It's a real reason for it. The thing I like that my dad always say, get paid for watching it. I think that's one of the, you know what I'm saying? It just stick with me because it makes sense. How many times, Dad, did we beat ourselves in the head and say, damn, we should have got out of that? It was only giving us, and especially with Nadex, like I'm telling you, Vern, think about it. If it's only giving you $10 away from what you supposed to get, but you got 20 minutes left in the contract, why are you staying in there for 20 minutes for only $10? It don't make sense. If it show like it's going, then look, it's dropping. That's cool.
It's going down.
That's cool. That's okay. But if it's showing that it's a problem,
yeah,
if it's
what I saw I didn't like, so I just got
yeah, I don't care nothing about that.
Mr. Gertner, I'm still in profit on the other one. I'm getting ready to get out of it.
Oh, good. Wait. Which one though? Well, if you feel good with the profit, but I forgot which one you was in.
Yes, you do.
Oh yeah, that's right. I need to move that up.
Yeah, Aussie is solid now for down. It's pretty. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
That's
okay.
good.
So get so get out of that, Rosemary. If you felt good with that profit.
Probably just not moving anymore, so it lets me know it's about to turn. But,
Yeah.
But still in the blue, it went up. I got my finger on close when it stopped going up.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm saying though. Look, the emotion. We can't let the emotions trade for us, man. I swear to kill you every time. That right there for both ends, no matter what y'all got, was a good trade.
Yeah.
Man, anytime you can sit in front of a screen and make $10 is a good trade. Cause you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to figure out 1,000,000 times how to make them $10. I'm sorry. I don't know about y'all, but if I made $10 easy, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna say, you know what? How can I mass produce this to make 10? You know what I'm saying? That's just me, though. I don't know. That's just me.
Well, again, you have to look at it as getting paid for doing it, and the next time you see it, the more time you do it, the more
right. That's
you
right.
feel confident staying in. It's a good thing. I think for me, I was supposed to get 69. I ended up getting 43.
Okay.
So, that's not bad. I'm worried about it.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal at all. And you get paid for watching. But
hey, let's be happy that it's a good chance that this will probably close out on both of y'all trades. And if that's the case, y'all, just like you said, that it's about repeating the cycle. You have to look at it. See, now we forced. Well, that's where the whole get paid to look. You get paid to learn more. Now it's forcing you to look at it, and by you looking at it is planting that seed in the subconscious. Reggie know about this, cause y'all don't let Reggie hold no watch up in front of y'all and dangle it in front of y'all. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know that. But nah, but but what it is planting that seed in the subconscious, saying, you know what? When I see this again, I know that that's one of them heavy signals that this thing might drop or this thing might rise or whatever. I see this, and the next time you see it, it's almost like it just play it for you right away. Oh, I see it. Boom! I need to give me a confirmation. I'm gonna go ahead and do the $80 this time, and this time I'm going to really monitor it. Like, nah, look, that volume peaking.
Oh yeah.
Oh, be careful on that last 5 minutes. I just want to show y'all what's about to happen. Now, do I think that it might close this one? Yeah, I can see that. This one, I would have got out. I mean, you know, as soon as it touched and backed up, yeah, I'd have got that money. I'd have got that money. I'm out. I ain't even playing with them. They can do whatever they like. Whatever you like. Excuse me, good people. Let me, look, see? What's going on with that? Yeah, excuse me, y'all. Let me, I'll be right back. Y'all could talk, you know, if y'all want to.
Yeah, Vernon, I was going to say, you know, don't feel bad. The thing about it is this. You did all the right stuff.
Hey, baby.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think even for this one, when you reached out, I don't know, I need to go back and look. You know what a symmetric is?
No, what's that?
That's when you look at the last run that it made in the market, like with a trend line, and move that line forward to get an idea of where it's going. That helps you to determine how far out to go a lot of times. This was going to close on both of us would have been very good. So, you know, again, I don't look at it as a loss. Obviously not a loss because you got paid for picking this up. And if it showed up again, you would do exactly the same thing. So that's what happened. That's how I look.
Well, you said it, that's how I'm looking at like a lesson. Like I'm learning and watching. And as you're doing it live, it's even better with you guys teaching the way you're doing it, and we're learning it on live, you know. So,
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And I'm glad that I got out too and ran through it because instead of making $690, I ended up with $430. That's not bad. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Not at all.
Yeah. So it's cool. I mean, and sometimes you're going to look at it and say, a bird in the hand is good anyway. Because at some point in time, you'll be buying 25 and 30 contracts, and you'll be looking at $1,200, and you'll say, you know, I'm going to take this $780, and you're not going to worry about it.
There's so many people making that today.
That's right. But it was a beautiful setup. And I actually got in early on purpose. But the reason for doing that was to get down to the 69 because I think the money management part of it is a good deal because I was willing to lose that input, which was the $31 per contract. So if it happened where it did pop back and I had drawn the fibs and all, I'd say, well, you know, it's okay because the next time I get in, I'm okay to win more times than I lose. If I see it again, you will still do the same thing. So to make it mechanical is what you want to do. If you take all the emotion out and make it totally mechanical, then that's exactly where you want to be. No emotion, totally mechanical. So mechanically, you look at it and say, I don't like the way that looks, even if it does go down or whatever, I'm getting out now and taking my money.
Oh boy.
Yeah. That's mechanical. Emotional is, I should stay in, let me get out, because now you're not letting the charts determine what happened. You're using emotion, and emotion is not a way to trade. You see what I'm saying? Totally no emotion. Even if the mechanical that you did was wrong, you look at it and you see something and you say, I read the chart wrong. That's different than saying, I don't know whether to get in or get out. You should tell yourself, well, let me let this candle close. That's mechanical. Versus, oh man, let me see what I should do. And when that candle closes, you look mechanically at it again and determine what you want to do. Strictly mechanical. Strictly mechanical. Emotion runs the market. They do things sometimes, and they'll make things happen. But what they do is we're learning to read the footprints in the sand because they can't walk without leaving those footprints.
That's right.
Sure. That's true.
It doesn't matter. They don't have to leave those footprints in the sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if you walk in the sand, it leaves a small footprint, but when you run, you see a big dugout. Oh, they're getting ready to run. That's a dugout.
That's true.
And that's the concept. But it was good. I mean, it was a good setup. It looked very good. Rosemary, I don't know, you got out or you still, what did you do?
No, I think she said she exited.
Yeah, I did it.
Okay, you exited with profit?
I did. I did it with good profit, and yeah, I did.
No, that's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Listen, all profit, good profit. Damn that. What's Sister Beatrice said to you up there in Texas? That.
Oh, Beatrice. That's money.
That's
She
money.
said.
What's wrong with you? You better get that, but that's money. That's 20. I think it was like $20-something in less than 5 minutes. What's wrong with you?
Right, that's money. What do you mean? And this is someone who actually puts in a lot of hours to make a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So everything is relative. Where
Yeah.
she was looking at it was that
Yeah.
compared to what I would have had to do to make that little bit of money, I'm happy. She was clapping and everything.
Yeah.
That's money.
That's money.
Oh wow. I can't. She's right. She's very right.
So, hey, listen, y'all. On that note for the video, and then we could do questions after I cut it, because I don't want it to be too long for them. I won't be able to give it to them. On that note right there, the lesson to that is we got to stay humble no matter what. Win, lose, or draw, you have to stay humble. Because if you get too riled up, you're not going to be able to assess the situation and approach it like you need to anyway. So when you humble and calm, you'll be able to defeat anything. So with that, y'all, let me end the tape. Successful day, no matter what the monetary gain was, long as it was some kind of gain, right? And we'll do it again. So next Tuesday, the live session, and I'm gonna end it right now.